Hello, hello friends, and welcome to your channel Scholars Point. Friends, today we will study about the synapse, or it is also pronounced as a synapse or synapse. Then the components of synapse, types of synapse like electrical synapse and chemical synapse. These are the two types of synapses, and how the synaptic transmission occurs through the synaptic components like presynaptic neuron, postsynaptic neuron, and the space called synaptic cleft. Okay, friends, first of all we will study about the definition and the components of the synapse or synapse. It is a junction between two nerve cells. In between two nerve cells, it is a junction. Suppose it is the presynaptic neuron and this one is the postsynaptic neuron. In between them, there is a junction. It is a junction place in between two neurons, or one neuron and one either cell, suppose muscle cell, gland cell, etc. It is a junction between two nerve cells with a minute gap. There is a minute gap between two nerve cells in between them, which allows transmission of impulse by a neurotransmitter bridge. It is a junction between two nerve cells and there is a minute gap across which neurotransmission occurs. That entire structure is called synapse or synapse. Okay. Then each synapse or synapse contains three components. One is this in blue color, that is the synaptic knob and the axon of one neuron. Then postsynaptic neuron, its membrane along with receptors, and then synaptic cleft means the space exists in between pre and postsynaptic membranes. Okay. Presynaptic neuron, a neuron carrying impulse towards synapse. The neuron carrying impulse towards synapse means axon bringing impulse towards axonic knob or synaptic knob. That is called presynaptic neuron. Then second, postsynaptic neuron, a neuron receiving inputs at the synapse or a generator region. Means this is the postsynaptic neuron or a cell which receiving inputs. Means this neuron or this membrane of the cell receiving signal from presynaptic neuron across the neurotransmitter bridge exists in the synaptic cleft or gap. Okay. Then synaptic cleft, a small space or a gap exists in between presynaptic and postsynaptic membrane, or a gap, small intercellular or interneuronal space or a gap present in between pre and postsynaptic nerves or neurons. Sometimes presynaptic neuron and any muscle cell or gland cell also, there exists a space, that is a synaptic cleft having width about, if this is the chemical synapse, then there is a more gap and its width is near about 20 to 30 or sometime 20 to 40 nanometer. And in electric synapse there is a very little space, means presynaptic membrane and postsynaptic membrane may be very close. That is why a space cleft is very little, and that is why electric conduction occurs. Okay. Now, synaptic transmission. What is meant by synaptic transmission? Transmission means transferring of impulse from one neuron to next neuron. Here, this is the figure showing synaptic transmission and all the synaptic components properly. Okay, synaptic transmission, the process by which impulse conducted from presynaptic neuron to postsynaptic neuron or a cell is called synaptic transmission. Means here the impulse transferred from presynaptic neuron to postsynaptic neuron across the synaptic neurotransmitter bridge, that is called synaptic transmission. Okay, and it is one way transmission. Mostly if it is a chemical synapse, then it is always unidirectional. It occurs in one direction only. Okay, it is a one-way transmission carried out by neurotransmission. And then now about the types of synapses. First we understand definition, thereafter we learn about the components, and now the types of synapses based upon the size of the cleft or synaptic gap. Types of synapses. Synapses are of electrical or chemical type. First type is electric synapse, second type of synapse is a chemical type of synapse. In electrical synapse, there is a very little space exists in between pre and post synaptic neurons. And in chemical neuron, there is a broader space. And in electric, a very narrow space, near about 3.8 nanometer space or gap is there. And that is why electrical conduction occurs very fastly. First type, electrical synapse. A synapse or synapse in which synaptic cleft or gap is very narrow. Hence, electrical conductive link is formed between pre and post synaptic neurons. As gap is very narrow, that is near about 3.8 nanometer, the transmission of the impulse is very faster and no need of chemical transmitter, because the space exists in between pre-synaptic and post-synaptic neurons or their membranes is very little. That is why conduction occurs very rapidly, because no need to travel a neurochemical bridge. Okay, here instantly impulse conduction occurs, transmission occurs. Okay, electrical synapses may be uni or bidirectional. They may be unidirectional like this or like this. Okay, they are found at the places of body requiring fastest response, as in defense reflexes. In our body, some defense reflexes are there. Suppose a pin pricked to the skin of the finger, then suddenly withdrawal of hand occurs. Or any hot object coming in contact with the skin of hand, then withdrawal of hand occurs instantly. Why for? Because of it is a protective reflex, and that is why further injury, damage is prevented by carry out very quick response. At such places, the electrical synapses are located to prevent damage to body parts or tissues. Okay. And the electrical synapse sometimes termed as a mechanical synapse also, because here mechanical process occurs. And the second type of synapse, it is called chemical synapse. A synapse in which synaptic cleft means gap space is broader as compared to electrical synapse, and it measures near about 20, sometime 30 or sometime 40 nanometer in width. A synapse in which the synaptic cleft is broader, hence chemical neurotransmitter is released. Chemical transmitter is released here. Suppose acetylcholine is released into the synaptic cleft to carry out the synaptic transmission. If the chemical released here, then a chemical transmission possible. The neurotransmitter acetylcholine released from the vesicles into the synaptic cleft, and that is why the impulse reached here that can travel to postsynaptic neuron across the neurotransmitter bridge. Okay, because more space is there, more gap is there, that is why neurotransmitter acetylcholine or any type of neurotransmitter means chemical is required to transmit the impulse from presynaptic neuron to postsynaptic neuron, but it takes some time as compared to electrical synapse. Okay, a gap is about 20 to 40 nanometer. More space or gap is there. A chemical synapse between motor neuron, means the neuron coming out from the central nervous system, is called motor neuron, and connecting to muscles or gland cells. Then this junction or this synapse, motor neuron and muscle cell, this junction is called as neuromuscular junction, or it is also termed as a end plate. Okay, a chemical synapse between motor neuron and the muscle is called as a neuromuscular junction. Axon terminal of a presynaptic nerve have synaptic knob. This is the axon, and its terminal end enlarges so as to form synaptic knob or terminal knob of axon. It is the actually terminal synaptic knob of the axon, which encloses membranous vesicles. This synaptic knob encloses many muscular small vesicles, encloses many membranous vesicles called synaptic vesicles, which encloses neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, and there are many here inside. The synaptic knob, which encloses membranous synaptic vesicles filled with chemical neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, when impulse, suppose impulse reaching here in this manner, when impulse reaching, nerve impulse reaches to the synaptic knob, then what happen? Here there is a discharge of ink badly. Okay, in this way, because of release of ink from the pen. Okay, now we will correct it now. Suppose and this is the post synaptic membrane, okay, and presynaptic membrane. When impulse reaches, nerve impulse reaches to the synaptic vesicle, then it stimulates voltage gated calcium channel. It stimulates the voltage gated calcium channels, and then calcium channels get open, and calcium present outside the extracellular fluid, outside the synaptic knob, calcium ions get entered, and when calcium concentration increases inside the synaptic vesicles, then it helps in joining of vesicles to the presynaptic membrane, and thereafter a release of neurotransmitter into the synaptic cleft. Okay, as the neurotransmitter released from the synaptic vesicles into the synaptic cleft, then the impulse from presynaptic membrane passed to, in this way, passed to postsynaptic membrane, where some receptors are located on the membrane of presynaptic neuron. These are the neurotransmitter receptor through which the impulse signal received by the presynaptic neuron or cell, and here postsynaptic potential is formed and then neural impulse passed forwardly. But for that, sodium and potassium ions are essential. In this way, here there are some channels, ligand gated channel opens, and then the impulse passed in, and in this way synaptic transmission completed. Okay. When the impulse reaches the synaptic nerve, calcium channel opens and calcium enters inside the synaptic vesicles, inside the synaptic nerve, and it helps in fusion of the vesicles at the membrane, presynaptic membrane, and then release of neurotransmitter. Okay, and the process of release of neurotransmitter, suppose like acetylcholine, into the synaptic trace, that process is called exocytosis. By exocytosis, the vesicles releasing out the neurotransmitter into the synaptic cleft. Okay, and the stimulation of impulse to the presynaptic neuron is of two type. Either it is a excitatory, means stimulatory signal, or it is an inhibitory signal. When excitatory signal goes, then presynaptic neuron or cell get excited, stimulated, and it performs the work. And if inhibitory signal goes, then the presynaptic neuron or cell stops its function inhibited. Okay, in this way the impulse may be excitatory or inhibitory. And okay, once the impulse passed, its transmission completed, impulse passed from presynaptic neuron to postsynaptic neuron across the neurotransmitter bridge to the postsynaptic neuron, then the synaptic transmission completed. Thereafter, the neurotransmitter released is destroyed by enzyme acetylcholinesterase or cholinesterase enzyme, which destroys the enzyme, and that is why now this synapse or synaptic cleft is now ready to receive new impulse. After every synaptic transmission, the neurotransmitter acetylcholine destroyed by cholinesterase enzyme, and that is why the cleft made clear from from neurotransmitter with the help of enzyme, and now it is ready for receiving new impulse or signal. Okay, friends, if you like my video or lecture, please share to your friends and hit the like button. Similarly, if you have not subscribed yet my channel, please subscribe it. And if you have some doubts or comments, please comment. I will try to give proper answer to your comments. Okay, thanks for watching.